The world is flat. I'm here to ring the alarm with my puppet like charm, straight from the barn. I'm talking about Flat Earth Farms, cause most don't know. They think we live on a globe, a ball that floats. So listen and take notes, and take it to a higher plane. Imagine yourself in all it contains, in all its glory and flair. Flat Earth Farms can take you there. Open your mind outside the box. No more staring at NASA's Photoshop. No more moon landings, no line to ya. No more people standing backwards in Australia. Just facts and pure truth, planning straight to the roots. Flat Earth Farms help you understand. A magical place on a wondrous land.
The world is flat, and that's a fact. Tell your friends next time you chat. Let them know a ball ain't that. Let's stay playing with the baseball bat. Cause we coming at the barn, a higher place, the Flat Earth Farm.
No.
Get the f out of here. You're fired.
No. Get the better solution. You keep me on the payroll as an outside consultant. And in exchange for my salary, my job will be never to tell people these things that I know. I don't even have to come into the office. I can do this job from home.
Yo, if Earth's flat, why don't you fall off the edge? I heard that Mike Collins from Apollo is dead. My girl's fat girl, let's just crawl into bed. Don't spit if you want, just swallow instead. Swallow instead. Can you hear me, Siri? Swallow instead. Hello, Siri. Is gravity a theory or a fact? Thought my tampons in the house where my period's at. Get my rap on when I'm pissed about the serious crap. Passing so fast through space, time bends in half. After blasting through warp speed, we get to plaid. Don't listen if you don't like when I spit these raps. Rhymes I write like lightning, I write so fast. I'm like Mike Tyson, you ain't got to fight in chat. Yo, I'm going back to basics, flat smack in the faces. You can't have gas pressure without adjacent. To the vacuum of space, bitch, without a container. Like paying for a lawyer without a retainer. I ain't playing, about to let a slug out of this chamber. When you see the red dot, yo, no doubt it's a laser. Helio flatty dude, shot up for later, shot up for later. Helio flatty dude, shot up for later. I've been around the world, and I measure the earth, measure the earth. The devil, he's so clever with words, but level don't never mean curved, it never means curved, and meta from the metaverse, the metaverse. Playing Call of Duty help build my immunity up. Insurance policy paying you, they usually bluff. I'm not saying they won't do it, but it's usually tough. The last few years I've seen some unusual stuff, but if I mention the shot, you say I'm off the beat. So now I'm beating off to the thoughts of shots in me. What a rotten little awful getting off scot-free. Son of a gun of a bitch, I've come to be. Shaking up the game to break up the redundancy. And if it wasn't for work, they'd have no taxes. And if it wasn't for burnt, there'd be no ashes. And if it wasn't for birds, egg be no hatching. And if it wasn't for dirt, there'd be no traffic. And if it wasn't for hurts, there'd be no passion. And if it wasn't for learning, then why all the classes? If it wasn't for your purse, yo, I'd have nothing to snatch. And if I don't come in first, then I'm coming in last. I've been around the world, and I measure the earth, measure the earth. The devil, he's so clever with words, but level don't ever mean curved, it never means curved, and meta pause from the meta. All these atheists must hate my guts, cause I say to their face, space is fake and stuff. NASA astronauts, everything you say is suspect, cause I suspect you make it up. Not your average FE thespian beast, faster than faggots fasting at a lesbian feast. She that loves me the least will give me nothing to eat, but he that loves me the most will give me something to smoke. This ain't how much your mother loving murder she wrote. The spin of the earth should've made your vertebrae broke. Every word that I spoke, you couldn't refute it. Water finds a true level, so you couldn't dilute it. You couldn't dilute it. It can't be refuted. You couldn't dilute. You couldn't dilute. You couldn't dilute it.
Who the f do you think you are, you crazy little shit? Security?
I am Jack's smirking revenge.
What's up, people? How you doing? Welcome to Late Night Live. The show that never ends. How's everybody? Who do I got here? I got 8 people. It's building. Give it another few minutes. All right. So I'm gonna present what I need to present because I need to get it on my channel. And you know, the last stream that I just did was like all fucked up, and like I couldn't get the information out properly, and my computer was all fucked up. So I'm gonna I want this information on my channels. So now we're live on Odyssey, we're live on Boston Ray, we're live on Boston Ray Mudflood Adventures. We got 3 channels going, 2 platforms, and we're gonna get the information out no matter what. So fuck it. All right.
The largest mechanism used to implement the New World Order agenda is the worldwide secret society network. Politicians, bankers, businessmen, and media personalities, the biggest names in history and world affairs, form a huge secret society matrix. This hierarchical, pyramid-structured network is constantly recruiting and placing members in key influential positions. In order to orchestrate world events and policy decisions from behind the scenes, many niche secret societies groom and position politicians, media personalities, and other yes men so they may best aid the great work. As A.E. Waite wrote, "Beneath the broad tide of human history, there flow the stealthy undercurrents of the secret societies, which frequently determine in the depths the changes that take place upon the surface." Or as Rush Limbaugh said, "You see, if you amount to anything in Washington these days, it is because you have been plucked or handpicked from an Ivy League school.
Hey, what up,
Harvard,
Emilio's, man?
Yale, Kennedy School of Government.
What are you talking about? What happened? I'm redoing my stream.
You've shown an aptitude to be a good Ivy League type, and so you're plucked, so to speak, and you are assigned success. You are assigned a certain role in government somewhere, and then your success is monitored and tracked, and you go where the pluckers and the handpickers can put you. World leaders are made offers they cannot refuse, bribed, even blackmailed, or otherwise recruited and sworn into these secret societies. Then, often under blood oaths to which they remain loyal, these brotherhood initiates follow orders throughout their terms in office. In this way, the electorate constantly changes, giving the illusion of discontinuity of leadership, when in fact, each successive leader, coincidentally, belongs to the same secret societies. A few of the more influential ones include the Freemasons, the Illuminati, Bohemian Grove, Skull and Bones, the Council on Foreign Relations, the Royal Institute of International Affairs, the Bilderberg Group, and the Trilateral Commission. Paul Joseph Watson wrote, "A disturbing majority of..."
Yeah, what happened, Emilio's, man, is like this computer started acting up. The keyboard wasn't working. Everything was sticking. I couldn't get any of the information out because everybody was yelling. So I said, you know what? All you people can go to bed, and I'm going to fucking redo my stream because I want to put this information on my channel, and I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I'm still getting it done because I don't want to go to bed yet. I'm not even tired. So it's all good. It's Late Night Live, baby. Boom. Share it out. Let people know that we're back.
The House and Senate representatives hold membership to elite organizations publicly sworn to destroying America in favor of a globalist one world order system. This trend ranges from the now
no
public
problem, Emilio's,
U.S.-centered Council on Foreign Relations.
So that hand
through
symbol
the
right there
Trilateral
means,
Commission.
are you a Mason? You see that? Like when they reach their hand out like that and they do this thing with their fingers right there, that's what they're asking. Like if you shake their hand a certain way, they know that you're a Mason or what kind of Mason you are and all that.
To the quasi-secret internationalist Bilderberg Group. At the end of the spectrum, we even see occult influences like Skull and Bones, along with the Freemasons. The justification for a zealously ordered one-world government is chaos. Terrorism is the premier method for fomenting this chaos. David Icke wrote, "The conspiracy to create a centralized global fascist state is orchestrated in the 5 Cents world by a secret network known collectively as the Illuminati, or Illuminated Ones. They manipulate through secret societies and groupings like the Freemasons, Knights of Malta, Knights Templar, and the Jesuits. These and others feed carefully chosen recruits into the Illuminati, and they are installed in positions of power throughout the world, infesting all colors, races, creeds, and countries. It is not that everyone in the secret societies is aware of the plot. The overwhelming majority are not. The Illuminati operate like a cancer to infiltrate and covertly control other organizations. Most Freemasons never progress higher than the bottom 3 levels of degree, the so-called blue degrees, and they don't realize what their organization is being used for. Just look at the recent US presidents. George W. Bush, Mason and Skull and Bones. Bill Clinton, Mason, CFR, Bilderberg, Trilateral. George H.W. Bush, Mason, Committee of 300, Skull and Bones, CFR, Trilateral. Ronald Reagan, Mason, Knights of Malta. Jimmy Carter, Mason, CFR, Trilateral. Gerald Ford, Mason, CFR. And on it goes. Most every American president has belonged to one or many secret societies. Almost all America's founding fathers were Freemasons. The Senate has maintained a Masonic majority since its inception, and its influence has only become more pervasive since. To deny the influence secret societies have in world affairs is naive, but the mainstream media seem complicit in their exclusion of any coverage involving them. As shown previously, this mainstream media blackout is also maintained through secret society membership. The 5 largest multimedia providers controlling 90% of America's media are bloodline or secret society controlled. For example, the following are just a few of the hundreds of CFR, Trilateral, or Bilderberg-owned and managed companies: ABC, CBS, NBC, PBS, CNN, AP, Reuters, New York Times, New York Post, Washington Times, LA Times, Wall Street Journal, Newsweek, Business Week, National Review, Time, Life, Look, Fortune, Reader's Digest, U.S. News and World Report, Atlantic Monthly, McCall's, World Review, and Scientific American. Not only are the media CEOs and boards of directors usually secret society members, so are the show hosts and news anchors. Here's a sampling of some mainstream anchors and media personalities found.
Yeah, Emilio's, man. I like Eric Dubé. I really do. I like his stuff. I don't know him, but like, I've been following him for a while, and I always play his videos on here, and he doesn't have a problem with it. So he seems like he's a great guy, and his research it really is really good.
On secret society rosters: Peter Jennings, Dan Rather, Tom Brokaw, Ted Koppel, Barbara Walters, Diane Sawyer, William F. Buckley Jr., Joseph Harsh, Bill Myers, C.C. Collinwood, David Brinkley, John Chancellor, Marvin Kalb, Daniel Shore, Joseph Kraft, James Reston, Max Frankel, David Halberstrom, Harrison Salisbury, Sol Linowitz, George Will, Robert McNeil, David Gergen, and Mortimer Zuckerman. Jim Marrs wrote, "There can be no argument regarding the reality of secret societies today. The existence of groups like the Trilateral Commission, Council on Foreign Relations, and the Bilderbergers is well documented. The only question is the extent of their control and manipulation of major world events. Likewise, there is no question that members of these societies exert inordinate control over many of the largest corporations and banks in the world. These corporations, in turn, control essential minerals, energy, transportation, pharmaceuticals, agriculture, telecommunications, and entertainment. In other words, the basics of modern life. They also provide an inner core.
Yes, Forever Love. Yes. That's exactly what I said. That's why I'm showing this. There's so many of them. They're fucking everywhere. Uh-oh. That's no good. Fuck. That's gonna burn. That's gonna leave a burn. All right.
Core of ranking government officials on a revolving door basis. These officials often implement the very policies conceived and desired by the societies. These societies hold considerable sway over national elections and policy, yet seem strangely immune to any investigation, whether by government or the mass media. Since its inception in 1913, there has never been an outside, objective audit of the Federal Reserve System, despite periodic calls for such. After Bush was elected, he immediately placed 5 Skull and Bones brothers in his administration. Clinton and Nixon had over 100 CFR members in their administrations. Ronald Reagan's 59-man transition team alone had 28 CFR members, 10 Bilderbergers, and 10 trilaterals. Secret society members are prevalent at all levels of government, and not just in America, but worldwide. For instance, Saddam Hussein, Yasser Arafat, Mikhail Gorbachev, George Bush, and Tony Blair are all 33rd degree Freemasons. Marx, Engels, Lenin, Stalin, Trotsky, and Mao Zedong were all high-level Grand Orient Lodge Freemasons. Winston Churchill was Committee of 300 and a Mason. Cecil Rhodes founded the Round Table, was Committee of 300 and a Mason. Henry Kissinger was a Mason, Knight of Malta, Committee of 300, and a Bilderberger. Dick Cheney is CFR and Trilateral Commission. David Rockefeller founded Bilderberg and the Trilateral Commission, and is also CFR, Committee of 300.
Can everyone do me a favor? It says that there's like 16 people on Boston Ray. It's probably more people on Boston Ray Muffler Adventures. There's probably more people on Boston Ray. There's probably people on Odyssey right now. Can you please all hit the thumbs up? Because that's how more people will see this video. Just everybody thumbs up.
And a Mason. These are the biggest, most powerful names in politics, all meeting in secret with no minutes and no media coverage. Our public servants making private policy decisions behind closed doors. This has been the rule, not the exception, for longer than most people realize. During the 19th century, British Prime Minister Benjamin Disraeli was quite outspoken regarding the influence of secret societies in politics. Quote, "The world is governed by very different personages from what is imagined by those who are not behind the scenes. There is in Italy a power which we seldom mention in this house. I mean the secret societies. It is useless to deny, because it is impossible to conceal, that a great part of Europe, the whole of Italy and France, and a great portion of Germany, to say nothing of other countries, is covered with a network of these secret societies, just as the superficies of the earth is now being covered with railroads. The government of this country has not only to deal with governments, kings, and ministers, but also with secret societies, elements which must be taken into account, which, at the last moment, can bring our plans to naught, which have everywhere their unscrupulous agents who incite assassinations and can, if necessary, lead a massacre. The Federal Reserve Private Banking Syndicate was set up under Woodrow Wilson's presidency. The following quotes show his suspicions and regrets regarding this secret society of banking elites. Quote, "Since I entered politics, I have chiefly had men's views confided to me privately. Some of the biggest men in the United States in the field of commerce and manufacture are afraid of something. They know that there is a power somewhere, so organized, so subtle, so watchful, so interlocked, so complete, so pervasive, that they better not speak above their breath when they speak in condemnation of it. I am a most unhappy man. I have unwittingly ruined my country. A great industrial nation is controlled by its system of credit. Our system of credit is concentrated. The growth of the nation, therefore, and all our activities are in the hands of a few men. We have come to be one of the worst ruled, one of the most completely controlled and dominated governments in the civilized world. No longer a government by free opinion, no longer a government by conviction and the vote of the majority, but a government by the opinion and duress of a small group of dominant men. British Prime Minister Winston Churchill was a Committee of 300 member and 33rd degree Mason. In 1920, he spoke from personal knowledge regarding the world conspiracy when he said, quote, "From the days of Spartacus Weishaupt to those of Karl Marx, to those of Trotsky, Bela Kun, Rosa Luxemburg, and Emma Goldman, this worldwide conspiracy for the overthrow of civilization and for the reconstitution of society on the basis of arrested development, of envious malevolence and impossible equality, has been steadily growing. It played a definitely recognizable role in the tragedy of the French Revolution. It has been the mainspring of every subversive movement during the 19th century. And now, at last, this band of extraordinary personalities from the underworld of the great cities of Europe and America have gripped the Russian people by the hair of their heads and have become practically the undisputed masters of that enormous empire." New York Mayor John Hylan in 1922 said, "The real menace of our republic is the invisible government, which like a giant octopus sprawls its slimy legs over our cities, states, and nation. At the head is a small group of banking houses. This little coterie runs our government for their own selfish ends. It operates under cover of a self-created screen, seizes our executive officers, legislative bodies, schools, courts, newspapers, and every agency created for the public protection." President Franklin Roosevelt said, "The real truth of the matter is that a financial element in the large centers has owned the government since the days of Andrew Jackson." Supreme Court Justice Felix Frankfurter said, "The real rulers in Washington are invisible and exercise power from behind the scenes." Senator William Jenner said, "Today, the path to total dictatorship in the United States can be laid by strictly legal means, unseen and unheard by Congress, the President, or the people. Outwardly, we have a constitutional government. We have been operating within our government and political system, another body representing another form of government, a bureaucratic
What's
elite
up, people?
which
More
believes our
people are showing
constitution
up.
is
It's good.
outmoded and is sure that it is the winning side. All the strange developments in the foreign policy agreements may be traced to this group, who are going to make us over to suit their pleasure. This political action group has its own local political support organizations, its own pressure groups, its own vested interests, its foothold within our government, and its own propaganda apparatus. Bloodline President John F. Kennedy was well aware of America's secret society control. His many rebellious decisions against the elite, his non-participation in the great work, would ultimately lead to his assassination. He did, however, try to warn the average American of our plight. On April 27, 1961, in an address to newspaper publishers, JFK said, "The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society, and we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, secret oaths, and secret proceedings. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence. It depends on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. No expenditure is questioned. No secret is revealed. I am asking your help in the tremendous task of informing and alerting the American people. The high office of president has been used to foment a plot to destroy the American's freedom. And before I leave office, I must inform the citizen of his plight."
There you go. Oh,
The largest mechanism used to implement the New World Order agenda is...
Get out of here. All right. How we doing? We got 20 people here? Nice. All right, hold on. Wow. What's up, Jellyhead? Forever Love, Michael Joshua, Dean HD, Andrea 73, Emilio's Man, Squirrel Sniper. Did I miss anybody? There's 22 people here now. Wow. Kimberly R. Welcome. All right. Dean HD. All right. Voynich was here too. He'll be back. Voynich will be back. He said he would. 21 people here in building. Okay, so what are we gonna do? Give me a second. I'm gonna get my next. I know what I'm doing here. Just get my next part up. Here's a little fun.
I want to talk to Samson. Climbing to the moon like that bitch Alice Cram. Cause it's hard being black and gifted. Sometimes I just want to throw it all down and get lefty. Everybody knows in my neighborhood, it's the best system around. Samson shit is blessed. Got the whole town on lockdown.
That's what I want to be right there. Look at this cornrow.
Legalize this shit, please.
I done flip my phone, watch what I'm.
Yeah, that was Samson. So, real quick, I want to just go through this real fast. So I was looking at the different hand gestures by Freemasons, and there's a whole bunch of them that they do, and they all mean something. These are all the poses that they do. Look, they all have different handshakes, different poses, and they all mean something. So when you see them doing this type of stuff in these police videos and stuff like that, that's what they're doing. In front of the camera, they do these certain signals to each other. Look, the hidden hand. Look, they got the Pope doing the hidden hand. Right? Oh, that's not the right Samson? Well, that's the Samson. That's the Samson I know. All right, so anyway. So we got this. You can zoom in maybe. No, not on that one. Some of them let you zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. So this one's the grip of the entered apprentice. This one's the apprentice past grip of a fellow craft. This one's the real grip of a fellow craft. You know what I'm saying? This is all these different handshakes. Look, past grip of a mock master mason. Real grip of a mock master mason. This is what they're doing. It's like, grip of the most excellent master. Real grip of a mock master mason. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're like good at it. They do all this crazy shit, and then like you got these people, and then you got some weird shit like this. In the South, that the brethren may have due timely notice thereof. The heave over, the sign of the mark master. That is. And then you got this guy right here. The fuck is he doing? Sign of an entered apprentice. That's what that is. Look what he's doing. Okay? And look what it says. Sign of an entered apprentice. That's what that means. That's like the entry level apprentice. The fuck? You see that? You see that? Wow. All right. Sign of an entered apprentice. You see it? You see that? Okay. Whatever. Nothing to see here, folks. What does this say? For the secret master degree, the candidate places 2 fingers to his lip and is told that his obligation enjoys secrecy. The 5th degree in the York Rite requires this due guard to be given thumb to the right hand of the mouth and a sworn oath that the candidate will never disclose the secret to the brother. In the Royal Master, a degree in the due guard, pricing the forefinger to the lip, tells one companion to keep silent. See what I'm saying? They ain't playing. Look at this. Gotta make it bigger. Real grip of the fellow craft handshake. You got all these fucking clown asses. Boom. Grand Pointiff, Mock Master, Sign of Praise, Royal Master, Select Master. See it all? Sublime Knight selected. 1 finger means okay, 2 fingers mean no. 1 finger means okay, 2 fingers mean no. You see that? Up here. Hold on. 2 fingers means no. 1 finger means okay. This dude's the Grand Pointiff. He just points at people. Fuck him. Then we got these motherfuckers. Oh, look. Adolf Hitler. All these fucking people doing it. Benedict. They're trying to say that makes it 33. I don't know. Oh, man. Yeah, Trump does a lot of pointing. Also, what's weird about Trump is his show is called The Apprentice, Kimberly, right? His show, Trump's show, before he was the president. He had a show called The Apprentice on TV. I don't know if it was, it was in this country, in America. And he used to say, "You're fired, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired." And he would fire everybody. And that was like the big line from the show, "You're fired." And then once this whole thing started, everybody lost their jobs, So it was kind of weird. And he was the president. And his show was The Apprentice, And the first thing that you do to get into the Freemasons is called the apprentice ritual. So, I don't know. These hand signs kind of tell a lot. Let's see what this is. Freemasonic hand signs. Look at them. I can't make that one any bigger. Handshakes, hand signs, all this bullshit over here. I don't know. This one says Donald Trump on it. Donald Trump, the Freemason. Hand signs. Figure 1, the sign of the Creator, which means okay. Number 2, the Holy Trinity, which means no. 1 means no and 2 means okay, I think. I don't know. Whatever. 3, gesture of the Catholic. I don't think any of that's right. But there's all the different hand gestures they do. It says, I'll tell you. Number 2, Holy Trinity. Number 3, gesture of the Catholic and Episcopal priest in giving benediction. 4, benediction. 5, vesica dissexis. 6, sign of the horns. 6, sign of the horns. Oh yeah, look at that. That's the devil horns. 7, phallic sign. 8, 10, 11, mystic signs of Jewish rabbis. 9, hands of the Hindu dancer. 10, 11, mystic signs of Jewish rabbis. 8, 12, sign of the fig. 13, yoni sign. 14, same as number 7, 15, and 16, yoni sign. 17, union of male and female. That's what that means. Mostly only men, but there is women's Freemasons. It showed it in the video. But yeah, look at all this. All right, that doesn't even look right. That's weird. All right, that looks like a penis to me, but look at this. Entered apprentice, follow craft, master mason, first three steps of masonry, first position. Very strange. That's very strange. Look, that is very strange. What the fuck is going on with that? Okay. Let's see about this. Melodramatic Freemason signs. There you go. Hidden hand. The ancient origin. What's this? Below left, classic gesture of silence. Above, gesture of suitable exordium. Above the gesture for declamation, narration, or wait a moment. Above the gesture expressing amazement of wonder. Above the gesture for perfect excitement. The orator's gestures. What's this say? This looks crazy. Richardson Monitor of Freemasonry. But Father, you cannot go without my word signs. Knights of Christian Mark. Gods of the Conclave during the ritual nights. Oh, man. So many of them. Wow. Look at this. You know, these are all drawings, but you know, they actually do it. William Gladstone, Prime Minister. All the powers of the world do this. Look at this one. They're all doing the hidden hand. Karl Marx, Pope Francis, Vladimir Lenin, Stalin. Billy Graham's thing. Look, Tupac. Look at this one. Tupac. All them people. Well, I have no idea who half of them people are, but what's this? More stuff. They just have so many different gestures that they do that we probably couldn't even keep up with it all. Look at this one. Look. That's how they talk to each other on TV. All kinds of shit. They communicate like that. Look, there's Obama with the devil horns. There's this guy. Hidden hand. All these people. Oh, there you go. There's Trump. You guys want to see Trump? There you go. There he is. Definitely a Mason. The Jungle Surfer. Master of the Second Veil. So he's doing. Maybe. You never know. That's what they're all doing. What's this one? Yep. Everybody. So, anything else look interesting? Look, there's all the celebrities doing it. Look how many people are doing it. It just goes on for days. Look, there's piece of shit Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah. Now we're getting into gold bars. What was that? Alright, cool. Is there any videos? Let's see what the videos got. Real quick, I'll check for videos. Freemasons. Let's see what this one is. Is it going to go to it? Let's see. Let's start this over. Yeah, I know, right? They're all fucking creepy. All right, cool. Got that one done. Let's see if there's any other good ones. That was decent. Let's see. Hidden Hand, Freemason, the Hidden Hand, and its meaning, Karl Marx. Let's try that.
One more quick thing I'd like to bring to your attention before we move on to the United States properly. Over the previous 2 parts, I posted 3 photographs that all had something in common. I didn't draw your attention to it, but you may have noticed it, even if subconsciously. Possibly having noticed it, you thought it was just a coincidence and didn't pay it any further attention. Take a look at these 3 photographs again. They were the ones of Karl Marx, George Washington, and Marquis de Lafayette. If you missed it, here they are again side by side. Look at what they're all doing with their right hand. Now, why are they all hiding their hand like that? What does this hidden hand gesture mean? Does it mean anything at all? Perhaps it's just coincidence. Well, let's take a look at some more portraits of famous personalities from history. It happens far too often to be coincidence. This hiding of the hand gesture is actually from the 13th degree of Freemasonry, which is also known as the Royal Arch degree. It is symbolized with the triple Tau. Now, this gesture is the sign of the master of the second veil. I won't go into the details of it, but basically what this gesture is doing is signaling to other initiates that they're part of the secret brotherhood and that their actions are inspired by Masonic beliefs. What they're saying is, it doesn't matter what I appear to be on the surface. This secret gesture tells you that we are working towards the same utopian end, you and I. We are both enlightened with the illuminating knowledge of Masonry. Remember in the Jesuits' oath, they talked about being on opposing sides in public, but secretly we're working towards the same end. That's why we have both communists and capitalists making the same gesture here. Think also of the Hegelian principle, where two seemingly opposing ideologies are rubbed up against one another to create a synthesis. What these famous leaders are saying to the initiated is that there is a hidden force or hidden hand guiding the course of history, and that they are a part of it. It's that hidden hand that we've been following throughout the whole of this series, so it should come as no surprise to us by now that Satan is still at work in the world. These illuminated ones think Lucifer is good and following him will help mankind, but as Christians we know differently. We know that Satan disguises himself as an angel of light, and always has. We'll look more at gestures later. With this in mind, we should be careful not to pledge too much allegiance or get too fervent about either side in politics. There was a situation in the 2004 presidential elections where Americans had to choose between John Kerry and George Bush. What most didn't know is that although one was Republican and one was a Democrat on the surface, both were members of the Skull and Bones Masonic Society at Yale University. Both being Freemasons, did the American public really have a choice at the polling office, or were they voting for the same ideals dressed in different colors? There's a reason why, no matter who we elect, things always deteriorate in politics. Remember, the Jezebel spirit looks to control men of influence for her own ends, so she will always go for the leaders of nations. That's why we should pray for them. But we should also remember the central verse in the whole Bible, which is Psalm 118:8, and which says, "It is better to put your trust in God than in man."
Thanks for watching. Good job. What was he talking about? Gestures. I want to see that. Let me see if that's on his channel. Who is this? This is Lowell Pascal. All right, I'll sub you. All right, let's see if he's got the one with the gestures, something with gestures on there. Real quick. Trying to check out his channel. 3.36 subs. The symbols. Meaning of Freemason logo, square, no. Population. Owl. Owl and the owl. Yeah, this looks cool. Alright, let's check out this one.
If we zoom in on the Capitol again from the air, we see this shape which resembles an owl. Owls are significant because they represent wisdom. In Greece, the goddess of wisdom was called Athena, and she was associated with owls. Wise old owls are common in many other stories and in ancient mythologies. In virtually every Disney movie near a forest, there will be a wise owl to lend a hand. You often see them also wearing glasses and surrounded by books. The reason for this association is that owls are nocturnal creatures who can see in the dark. Being able to see things no one else can see is a metaphor for the occultist. The owl combines the ideas of knowledge and enlightenment. The owl symbol also brings us to a character called Lilith. Now, the stories surrounding Lilith are so contradictory and confusing that it's virtually impossible to get to the root of it all, but in nearly all cultures she is thought of as a powerful female demon. The most commonly accepted myth about her from the Jewish Kabbalah is that she was the original wife of Adam in the Garden of Eden, predating Eve. The story goes that when they came to have sex, Lilith refused to lie underneath Adam in what she perceived to be a submissive position and instead demanded to be on top. She wanted to be dominant over Adam. According to the Kabbalah, this fight led to Lilith flying away from the garden to a cave on the shores of the Red Sea. Within the cave, she accepted the demons of the world as her lovers and spawned thousands of demon children in a short period of time. She then became known as the mother of demons and the wife of a character called Asmodeus, who is considered to be the king of demons. In this form, she is known as the younger Lilith. According to the Kabbalah, Adam then tried to make peace with her by asking God to send 3 angels to reason with her and bring her back. If she refused to return to the garden, the angels informed her that they would kill 100 of her demon children every day. Lilith still refused, and in her jealousy of Eve, Adam's new wife, she swore to exact a similar kind of punishment on her children. She would attack and kill the children of Adam and Eve. She also vowed to attack men in their sleep, not to kill them, but to rape them for semen, so she could give birth to more demon children. So therefore she became known as a succubus, a female demon who attacks people sexually at night. The whole idea of demons interacting with humans sexually in ancient times exists in the Bible also, when it talks about the Nephilim around the time of Noah. Some traditions depict Lilith as being part serpent, and some even depict her as being embodied in the serpent in the Garden of Eden, as though she was somehow present in that moment. In these traditions, she is represented as the wife of Satan or Samael, and the suggestion there is that the temptation of Adam and Eve was a joint effort between the two. Lilith provided the body and Satan the voice. As the wife of Samael rather than Asmodeus, she is known as the elder Lilith. This may seem like a minor alleyway to be spending so much time on, but the word Lilith is actually mentioned once in the Bible, in Isaiah 34:14. Modern versions translate the name as things like night creatures or night monster, night animals, and in the Old King James Version it's translated as screech owl, hence the association with owls. Other versions say night owl or night bird, so esoterically, owls represent this female demon. Lilith is also particularly important because Satanists revere her as the rising queen of our age, the most prominent demon of our times. Anton LaVey proclaimed in 1966 that that would be the year of the beginning of the Age of Satan, but that it could be more accurately described as the Age of Lilith. He thought her influence would grow immensely from that point and start to define our times. And her traits do indeed correspond closely to the social trends of the past 2 centuries, and in particular the past few decades. Up until the 1800s, Lilith was always seen as a dark, evil demon, but after that century, sympathetic artistic portrayals began to emerge. She is now not thought of as an evil demon, but rather a noble goddess, and her traits are becoming revered and loved. For example, Lilith is something of a role model and figurehead for the feminist movement because of her independence and desire not to be submissive to men. She is also therefore the demon behind the natural conclusion of feminism, which is lesbianism. She may also be the force behind cross-dressing and transsexuality. Things associated with her today also include what the world would call sexual freedom, i.e. fornication. This definitely erupted in our culture in 1966 as contraception and technology changed the relationship between people and Lilith. Just the following year, in 1967, the so-called Summer of Love happened, where everyone basically went sex crazy. People feel they can now embrace Lilith and her lusts with no repercussions. However, she is also the demon behind murderous abortions and sexual diseases, which are the natural results of licentious living. These things are skyrocketing beyond control in our modern world. Lilith represents things which are beautiful and tempting on the outside, but which lead to destruction, the kind of woman that Proverbs warns against in the Bible. Many of Lilith's traits correspond exactly with Asherah, but traditionally she has always been considered to be a separate being. Therefore, how closely they are connected is hard to discern. I personally would suggest that their traits are so similar that they are in fact the same force. Further evidence to support this theory can be found when we consider that Lilith was identified by occultist Aleister Crowley and others under the name Babylon. Perhaps Lilith was the demon that controlled Semiramis and which then became known as Jezebel or Asherah. As Satan attempts to re-establish Babylon in the modern world, it is for these reasons that Lilith, or Asherah, is considered by his followers to be the most important rising goddess of our time. If you're not convinced that the image of the Capitol really represents an owl, however, and to be fair, some aren't, it's also worth mentioning a place called Bohemian Grove.
Not bad, not bad. Alright. Hold on. We got 17 people in building. Alright.
Carry this message to Hiram Abiff.
All wise is the owl who can see in the dark. All rise for the lessons of the evening to start. All seeing is the being who created the spark. Man knows he knows nothing if the man is smart. Star charts, technology is silly to those who know real space travel only happens to souls. Molecules and energy disassemble and flows. When space bends and distorts, we are UFOs. King Hiram, master of all builders. Step through 2 pillars, stalked by 3 killers. Buried inside a village, but wait, I'm not finished. Risen from the grave as a holographic image. Let's have a conversation about the constellations, about sound and light and matter and vibrations. The mathematics needed just for your genetic sequence. While humans are distracted studying devils and demons. I need more than 33, I'm 360. I need more than religious scriptures can give me. I'm in a chamber of reflection, getting busy, chanting and meditating till I'm dizzy. Memento mori, in the story, I told you I'm grand leveler. You never catch a grip or a token if you're a regular. These suckers had it twisted since the Morgan affair. I'm horseback attacking haters with a sword in the air. Sorta rare, but you can sorta compare me to Brother Manly. I got poets and scholars and pharaohs in my family. People trying to decipher and try to code me. Fans constantly quoting me, brothers saying so mote it be.
I'm from your ancient future. Legend of the third degree, God, Hiram Abiff. Burn the seas like degrees of Mason, because your faith. Legend of the third degree, God, Hiram Abiff. I'm from your ancient future. Legend of the third degree, God, Hiram Abiff. A master mason when I'm building my pyramid. Legend of the third degree, God, Hiram Abiff. Underneath the trees, lit up by the torches, going through the breeze. Started horizontal, lifted vertically. What's the magic number? Mystery schools in ancient Egypt, alien science equipped, hovered above the 3 ships, large enough to eclipse the sun. The widow, the Virgin Mother Mary, a sprig of acacia found inside a cemetery. Let's talk of hieroglyphics, not a pseudo-scientific. The phony spirit healers overeaten by a mystic. The snake oil sellers or some Pharisee cleric. We speak of all religion to exploit that esoteric. The crystal rubber, card reader, Ouija board controller, the spellcaster, cult leader, or some holy roller. The soul sucker, vampire feeding off your energy, and people still believe in some imaginary enemy. I never look to the skies to say a prayer. There's no mystical wisdom up there. Everything that ever was is everywhere. So let's light 3 candles for this black tie fair. Stargate, where y'all are stargazing. Hard starts racing, studying car savings. Standing in formation, chanting the oration. Tell the mortals there will be no teleportation. Deep and dark woods down the creepiest roads. Different symbols, letters, and numbers. You can see them decode. In the creepiest rooms, bunch of people we loathe. I don't fuck with the shit they do in that Bohemian Grove. I'm from your ancient future.
Too much Grey Goose. That's that good shit. If you're gonna drink a fifth a day, you might as well drink the good shit. So what should we toast to tonight? Hardcore Unity Tour. Yeah, I want to toast to the whole tour, but I also want to toast to the almighty DMS crew that's in here tonight too. I want to toast to Danny Boy, basically all my family. So we toasted a family tonight. You gonna drink this with me? Who's drinking it here? We gotta drink this together, y'all. Come on. White Kings! Where's the alcoholics at? Let's go. I'll serve your ass like John McEnroe. Put a 45 cold to the back of your skull. Put my finger on the razor blade, banging a blow. Hit the back door with a little strap in a hoe. How? Yeah, you heard the news. But I'm back from the grave just to murder you. And I've been up in the street kicking curves and shoes. #1 draft pick with the vertical. Leap. White man can't jump now. But I can don't suck from a shotgun pump. I come from a hood you do not come from. If you think I'm no good, taking a shotgun dog. Bloody, you been trying to take shit from me, little rookie. Looking at a cookie so crummy. I ain't know the deal on the bookie, no money. Going to the world, but they're looking so funny. 99 bottles up here on the wall. 99 problems in your head on the wall. 99 ways, 99 lines, 99 rhymes, spent 99 times. Trip that, come on. Sip that, come on. Smoke that, come on. Sip that, come on. Break that, come on. Take that, come on. 99 bottles up here on the wall. She has 99 times for 69. And love how I rhyme with the shit be mine. I told her 99 times that the shit was mine. Back in 98, the bitch was one tip behind. If I don't make it, I'ma switch to crime. Need to be a hard on this gift of mine. Wouldn't you if you were been so sewer? Strawberry punch with the milk and Kahlua. You like what's he think? Cause the milk and Kahlua is a pussy trick. What's a down piece worth of a pussy stick? I've been knocked down and pushed to the bridge. Stick with the weak cause I reek of the sick. Come and take a lick when I speak what I think. Roll up in the club, take a leak in the sink. Then I bounce from the sky with a freak and a big one. 99 bottles up here on the wall. 99 problems in your head on the wall. 99 plays, 99 lines, 99 rhymes, spit 99 times. Drink that, come on, sip that, come on, smoke that, come on, sip that, come on, drink that, come on, take that, come on. 99 bottles up here on the wall. I'm the cream of the crop when the demon is black. The back from hell and the demon is hot. I'm a nightmare now, we dreaming or not. Jumping off the whip drunk and I'm screaming a cop. I don't know what you take me as. A snake in the grass, or maybe I'm an atheist. But you motherfuckers scared of my crazy ass. I'll cut you up and put you in a matrix bag. What? And fuck with the media things. I translate Sally Walters to read to the chimney. If you don't get a fooling around, I'll hold your head under the water and I'll pull to your ground. I'm punching the Uzi, shooting around. Popping your top off a beautiful sound. When the city burns down, all the loot is around. Stay stuck in the fucking dirt like a root in the ground. 99 bottles up here on the wall. 99 problems in your head on the wall. 99 ways, 99 lines, 99 rhymes, spit 99 times. Drink that, come on, sip that, come on, smoke that, come on, sip that, come on, break that, come on, take that, come on. 99 bottles up here on the wall. Yo, LA, thanks for having me tonight. I got my album in the merch booth, and I'm knocking shit over, I'm drunk already. Peace. MP up next. Hey, yo, Whiskey, give it up one time for Slave. Yo, we got merch up top, we got CDs, we got t-shirts. MP about to come out and rock this shit, y'all. Get the fuck up! 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 Get the fuck up!
At the time of his life, a capital when a God is right. Started a fight in the God in Christ. I am attacking the God of your life. He was larger than life. He penetrate the roof of your car with a spike. Trade by Xavier, Marine, CIA. Train the renegades. Assassin androids. That's what part of this. Black helicopter choppers over Bosnia. Sniffing so much coke, his nose is fucked up. You better laugh all y'all. Last day the baggy ass, he tried to bang a motherfucker. I went flashing your face. Jack checks and governments. These other tapes. They sucked 100 dicks at your party.
Soak in Dr. Teal's pure Epsom salt with melatonin to relax.
Alright, well, I think I'm gonna end it. I got 12 people here. Thanks for showing up. I don't know. Thanks, you know, I had to restream a few things. So I'm gonna get out of here now. And I'll talk to all you guys tomorrow or something. Alright, let me see.
Static selector. Static selector. Static selector.
I'm a walking bad habit, eat tabs up in the cabinet. Savage rap status, vocabulary extravagant. A rock star, popping rocks in bars. Used to flip bud, now this rapping caught me a car. No telling, Connecticut felon. I GPS them and find my mark like Magellan. With more lines than Corey Feldman, I never cease to impress them. I cardiac arrest them with every studio session. I'm killing them, no question. Web's back, better hold your breath when I'm rhyming home. I murder beats, I'm Jonah Hex with a microphone. Fiends saying I'm the dopest yet. And haters, I shrug them off until my fucking shoulders sweat. I'm breaking bones, a modern version of Casey Jones. Sword in hand, I'm the winner playing the Game of Thrones. Fuck beef, my rapping style's filet mignon. Getting drunk, fuck your driver, somebody take me home.
Take me home now, bitch. Watch for the cops hit the blinker when you switch lanes, cause you know that I'm famous and I'm rich. Eyes on the road, take me home now, bitch. Take me home now, bitch. Watch for the cops hit the blinker when you switch lanes, cause you know that I'm famous and I'm rich. Eyes on the road, take me home now, bitch. I know that I should change, but I don't really think I can. It's just part of my nature, I never cracked and never ran. The world is falling on me when my back was in a jam. I always kept on fighting, that's exactly who I am. And this is who I am, no way that I can change it. I'm buck wild, stupid and dangerous. My best friends are not strangers. These are the motherfuckers I hang with. We speak the same language. And I ain't saying French, English, or Spanish, or Spanglish. I mean pain and anguish. This cocaine slaying and bang bang shit. Mac 11s that we aim with. In other words, I'm rolling with the same clique I came with. On the same list, and fuck being famous. Fame dreams are for groupies. I'm a real life gangster that you ain't seen in the movies. What I mean is I'm truly off the hook. Like a phone in a nursing home, homie. I'm that Boston crook. Take me home. Take me home now, bitch. Watch for the cops hit the blinker when you switch lanes, cause you know that I'm famous and I'm rich. Eyes on the road, take me home now, bitch. Take me home now, bitch. Watch for the cops hit the blinker when you switch lanes, cause you know that I'm famous and I'm rich. Eyes on the road, take me home now, bitch.
I damage rap, so listeners always ran it back. Always with a half ounce stuffed into a sandwich bag. I kill it quickly and always keeping the realest with me. Stealing all the fucking insulin from Wilford Brimley. Diabetes, rappers could never beat us. I've been spitting shit like this since I was just a fucking fetus. She can chick with me as long as she gives dome. Holding up the diesel and burning like Jim Rohn.
Now seeing here's a man with years have passed, the inspiration for the kids on the corner, but still got the laugh of a mental patient. The infiltration of the game, born from a central hatred of fame, a pencil shaking with pain, an instinct and acclaim from the wrath I became. My paragraphs insane, a futuristic pictures of the past from which I came. And this is flame with the shotty and the hoopty, son. My whole career's a robbery that they can never scoop me for. Take me home now, bitch. Watch for the cops hit the blinker when you switch lanes, cause you know that I'm famous and I'm rich. Eyes on the road, take me home now, bitch. Take me home now, bitch. Watch for the cops hit the blinker when you switch lanes, cause you know that I'm famous and I'm rich. Eyes on the road, take me home now, bitch.
Going through Dorchester to get to Roxbury, just to get more fresh air. Going up Mass Ave, hoping to Newberry. I need the new what? I stay in new everything. I got game in the hood. Swear to God, everybody know my name in the hood. And the clothes are dope. Yes, I must say. Threads and emos, I did on Johnny Cupcakes. Hey girl, come here. I'm one of them boys that be in front of the corner mall downtown crossing. I'm a dawn to come out, comprende. Eyes like the cigar sign, smoking on Fenway. I never go to sleep, never woke up. Nothing sweet, but I'm dunking cause my donuts. Hi Tiffany, can we date, hun? I'm Mr. Boston, not from VH1. No! Yes! King Spider. There was ever a question in your mind? Who's the best of the beat? Stop it. I'm the motherfucking king. Beacon Hill, I know you got me. I see you, Duval. D-How. Where we at? Sometimes I want to go somewhere, man. You know? Where everybody know my motherfucking name. Everybody do cocaine, you know? It's a place like Boston, you know? Beacon Hill, Paul Revere shit.